Hello.
Hey people,
We're back.
we are back after a week of not being around.
Yeah, last week we were going to work on tunnel boards, but Blue went and finished them and we didn't know what to do.
Well, arguably,
Oh, Blue, your
they are not done
username
yet.
changed.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
finally
I did.
picked one.
Yeah,
Three
so-
underscores.
Thing is about this username before we start here.
Yeah.
I wanted Blue with just 2 O's like on Discord. Thing is, that username's taken and there's no way to claim it even if the account it's using it is inactive. So I tried 1 underscore. I tried extra O's, but extra O's 2 O's or 3 extra O's would be fine, but I had to add like 7 extra O's, and that was ridiculous. 1 underscore was taken. I didn't want numbers because you pronounce those or you don't pronounce those, and it's horrible. So I went with 1 underscore. It's already taken. 2 underscores is taken, so I had to go with 3 underscores.
Wow, Blue's a popular name, huh? Your name looks like an unfinished game of Hangman now, and I'm just trying to work out what the finished word is. Bloomer?
Oh, it does.
Blooped.
Blooped.
Come up with
Alright,
your best finished Hangman. Yeah, Blue!
Alright, so today we are gonna do another review stream on the GitHub and review a certain pull request made by Dennis, which allows crossbows to fire fish, which sounds fishy, and it is, but it's not a fishing attempt.
Yes.
It's just the reverse of end fishing.
Dennis, note that down. Fishing
launcher.
attempt. It's a good advancement name.
So according to the Git, it's called crossbow cartridges. You hold items in your offhand to shoot them with a crossbow, which I think is quite a fun idea. Does it load the item in? Does it like take the item out of your inventory when the crossbow is drawn, or does it not consume it until you fire the arrow? I'm guessing.
We'll see.
Let me get a crossbow. It's installed, right?
Yes.
Okay,
I actually did do some prep for this stream.
nice. I still have a lot of
Unlike normal.
rail stuff on me. So a bucket of fish.
Oh, but that means I need an arrow in my inventory, right?
I guess so.
Because it won't load otherwise.
Right, fish in the
But
offhand.
I don't think there's a way to fix that.
Oh my god, it launches a fish! It doesn't have any data, it's just grey. It's a black and white. It's a mime. You know, like
Oh look, no, it's got
clownfish.
color now. There you go. Look at that.
Clownfish, but humor.
gave it color.
But like mime is a type of comedy, so it's like a
How do you do this?
mime fish. You hold the bucket of fish in your offhand,
Oh, it needs to be a bucket, I see.
and then it literally launches a fish. That's hilarious.
Oh, can I do pufferfish? Dennis, please tell me you didn't forget about pufferfish.
It bounces. Put the water back. I
I
want to
can
see if
do
it survives if I fire it into a pond.
Blew it through the pond, so
Oh my god! I can see people having fish fights. It's
Does
the
it have like a creative case where it doesn't use up the fish bucket if you're on creative?
gotta love these tropical fish that are technically in
Yeah, it
water.
does.
There's
Bugs, I
no.
gotta set you to survival for a second.
Okay. Oh. Did you just fire a pufferfish at me? Did you just shoot me in the face with a pufferfish? This is amazing.
we better get some good clips from this live stream.
I love this already. I don't need it to launch anything else, to be honest. This is much funnier than I thought it would be. So you can also throw any type of splash or lingering potion.
Oh, I want. We need to. The thing is about Smudge, once it is super fun, we need to remember the
Oh,
code
this is
needs to be
fabulous.
reviewed.
Sorry?
The code needs to be reviewed.
Oh yeah, I just want to have a look at the features so myself, because I haven't looked at this yet, and everyone else can have a look. Oh, that's interesting. So the potions appear to do that thing where they snap to a spot. If there's an entity nearby, they kind of lock. Have you noticed that with splash potions?
Yeah.
With lingering
Yeah,
potions. I guess a splash potion wouldn't do it, so I'll try that. Splash, fire resistance.
Oh, this is lovely. What else is there? Alright, so
Torches.
here's a feature overview whilst you watch Sparks doing crazy stuff. You can shoot with this any type of fish, any type of potions. You can apparently shoot crops, that means seeds, carrots, potatoes, which is useful, I guess. Torches, which is really cool.
Ooh, that is cool for caving.
That is a cool addition. I like torches. I'm not so sure about crops, but won't hurt.
I mean, that was kind of the goal of Better Fire, was to do that, but I'm okay with having something that actually places
you can
torches.
shoot fireballs. Place fire charges.
Okay, if you're gonna shoot fire charge, shoot it towards the barrier wall, and not our nice stage.
It's a small one, I hope. It's not a gas one, I think. Yeah, it's the smallest, the place one. Which is good. It shouldn't be the big one.
Doesn't seem to stick around very long.
Oh, yeah, I think there's some momentum missing. Sparks, are you still in the rebel?
Now I am. Do you mind?
Oh, I can go parrot hunting.
Okay.
Can you shoot cookies?
So it looks like with the torch, it doesn't consume the torch unless the torch can be placed. Like, I only have one torch on me, but it's not being placed when I fire onto that.
Oh, that's nice, even though it's a bit too automatic in my opinion. I would have expected it to use it up and pop off, but I'm fine with it.
Use up and pop off would also be an option, I guess. But I suppose it's a little hard to tell. I'm gonna die.
Oh, you can go parrot
Hit you with the
hunting.
torch.
There's a pufferfish to hunt you. Burn! Anvils. Apparently you can shoot anvils, but it's not implemented right now.
Shoot anvils, okay.
Oh, I love this already.
Fire charges. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of the crops function as a concept.
Neither am I.
Because I feel like if you shot an arrow at farmland, honestly, I would expect it to turn into dirt. It doesn't, but... And I think we can agree that the fish is the best.
Though I found a bug. It uses the torches even if you are in survival.
Even if you are?
Even if you are in creative. For all the items, it doesn't use the item if you're in creative, but for torches, it uses the item if you are in creative. Just a small oversight probably in the selector.
Oh my god, launching these fish is just hilarious. I love it. It's not very useful, but I can see players having a lot of fun with it.
This is just amazing.
And I guess if you're in creative, survival, it gives you a bucket of water. Does it like take the fish out of the bucket?
Yep, it does. I love how it launches the salmon. Oh, that's like the best thing ever.
Oh my goodness, and there's advancements as well. Okay, should we have a look at the code then? Are we doing that on the Git or are we
Let's
doing
have a
it
look at the
in...
advancements first.
in the data
because
pack?
Players didn't really see those. Fish launcher.
Are we looking at this in
Salmon
FTP?
javelins.
Salmon javelins?
Salmon javelins. Are we looking at this in FTP or in the Git?
FTP would be better technically, because we might have to fix a small issue. Though Git would work as well. Let's do Git.
Okay. Actually,
Why did the
I think it
salmon
might
just
be a
drop
little
from the sky?
more legible in
Oh.
the FTP because we can jump between folders more easily.
I see what he means by salmon javelins. The salmon faces the correct way.
It looks to me like they're on a fixed orientation, actually.
Are they? Oh, that's sad.
As long as you
Oh,
shoot in
yeah,
a certain direction, they're salmon javelins. The salmon are kind of massive, to be honest.
Hey, it's a huge fish.
I like salmon.
I never thought I would shoot fish in this game one day.
This is... I love it.
To be honest, this fish shooting is super useless.
I know, but it's hilarious. The only issue with it is that you have to like reload your bucket every time. But
I
He
don't
goes
like
and gets the fish back.
I guess you could.
Come back, buddy.
Yeah, I don't see a use for it, but apart from it being hilarious and like throwing fish at people.
Do we still have a pond here special?
What?
A pond, like a swimming pool.
In this map? Not yet.
Hear me out. So if you are fighting underwater and you have your crossbow with you and your pufferfish, you can shoot your pufferfish at mobs that you encounter.
They're so cute when they shrink. Look at him.
And still just as deadly.
You just fill it with salmon.
Well, I didn't have a water bucket on me, but I had a salmon bucket on me.
Is there any Brits that don't pronounce the L in salmon? Because I noticed special saying salmon as well.
No, that was intentionally because I'm making fun of the word salmon.
Oh, okay.
Because it's
Although
stupid.
I do say salmonella,
It's not the same thing.
But that has nothing to do with the fish.
but it also has the same spelling of salmon. Maybe I'm mispronouncing it, saying salmon.
I always thought that salmonella was just a salmon named Onella.
Okay.
Like a
Because it's from like chicken.
Well, let's have a look at the advancements then. I forgot I had to double click them to open them. So you get one for shooting your first projectile.
Alright, where are we looking? Adam or the kit up?
FTP.
FTP, alright. Can you send me... Ah, it's too late for that now, ain't it?
Oh yeah, we'll switch to the Git.
Make a portal and we'll just guess until we get there. We'll guess the key.
We'll look on the thing. I have not been keeping up with chat. Sorry.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, it's just.
Oh, I covered chat with GitHub.
Miso
Okay,
is sad
cool.
that you didn't go for XX_blue_XX. It's true. Everyone would have known that you were an elite PvPer, not to be messed
I
with.
gotta do the triple X.
Guys, I'm sorry, but that won't be sufficient. If you go for XX_XX, you have to append a 4K HD LP to your name. So I would have to go for XX_blue HD LP 4K Pro Gamer _XX. That would work. But it was taken already, so.
There's
Fun fact, salmonella is named after an American veterinarian surgeon called Daniel E. Salmon.
oh,
That's not true, is it?
so we have one called a fish launcher for launching a fish using a crossbow, and then the other one is called nothing. It's just for detecting when people shoot them. So is there only one advancement?
Yeah, one is probably a technical one.
I thought I saw another
Course.
one. Is the technical fishing one not a?
Technical fishing is a vanilla one.
Is a vanilla one? Okay.
Yep.
Can it be tweaked to work with multi-shot? Says Toffee. Is that an enchantment they have now?
Yeah, for the crossbow, it
Oh, that
gives
only
you
fires 3, right?
multiple shots. Yeah.
Fires 3 at the same time in a spread. I would like to see a piercing fish.
It is already piercing, ain't it?
Yeah, it would have to say what is in your offhand, and then if you have two more of them in your inventory, also fire them of the same type, which for the potions sounds expensive.
What happened to my ping?
The fish.
Giavata, how do I refill my fish?
Gosh, can you kill those items? My ping is really killing me.
There's no items.
The fish entities, please.
Fine.
Okay. So we're doing a code review, yeah?
Yep, code review it is.
Anything running at 20 hertz?
Did you send us that invite link or?
No, I'm doing it on the Git.
All right.
Do you want me to change it to the to the?
We will do it
atom?
on the Git. It's fine.
Okay. So
So
nothing's running at 20 hertz, which is nice.
How do you detect what arrow's been shot?
He probably
he's
using
uses
the
the advancement
advancement.
whenever somebody fires one.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Functions. So main. If somebody, wait. Oh, it's only main only executes on arrows. With a tag. He's able to tag the arrows as they're fired, huh? Runs crossbow cartridges arrow in ground.
We should start at the advancement sparks because that will be more sensible.
Which function does the advancement run?
Tag ls at gm4 underscore. Which function is it? Let me look for it. I will look for it.
That's why I
whilst
didn't start
you-
there.
Yeah, I will look for it whilst you entertain our audience.
Okay. Well, main takes us to arrow in. Oh wait, where did main take us? Took us to arrow in ground. Yeah. If the entity has the tag torch, then it tries to place a torch, and if the entity has the tag crops and it's above a dirt light block, does that mean it can also place on dirt as well as tilled ground?
I have found the function where it starts with the crossbow firing.
Mm-hmm.
It's called check underscore projectile.mc function.
Okay. So when somebody fires a crossbow, this runs.
Yep.
This is nice because obviously this is only happening if somebody shoots, and that can't happen very quickly, which is good.
Alright, so what does he do first? At first he removes the advancement itself, so resetting the thing. And then we do a bunch of inventory checks, but that's fine, because this only happens when you shoot, so
Mm-hmm.
unless you go like quick fire, it's fine. Where should we start here? There's a lot of stuff.
Cod, salmon bucket, puffer fish bucket, tropical fish bucket.
I'm still not sure on the crop feature, to be honest, but we'll just look at code efficiency for now.
Mm-hmm. Carrot,
let's
potato,
start-
wheat, beet, pumpkin, melon.
Let's start with cod then. So go to cod.mc function.
Summons a cod at the player's location.
Yep.
Doesn't say where the functions run from. Summon Minecraft.
Probably the
Gotcha.
location.
It summons it directly at their head. It gives a tag to say it came from a bucket. I don't know what that tag is for, but there's probably a reason for that. And you give it an active effect of 10. Is 10 regen or resistance? 10 is resistance, right?
Probably so the arrow doesn't hit. So the arrow that hits it doesn't regen, then it says.
Yeah, but it's given regen for 200 ticks. Or it's given that effect for 200 ticks. I don't know what which effect
It's
that
regen
is.
so it doesn't die after 1 second. Oh, because it's in air. Yeah, you don't want it to die immediately.
Any chance you can type in the stream chat instead of the game chat, Dennis? I can't see both at the same time. Yeah, okay, so it gives it a... What did you say it was? Regeneration, yeah. Replace the bucket of code in player's offhand with a water bucket. Unless they're in creative. Run, replace item. Do they definitely have a cod in the offhand when this is run, right?
Yeah, sure.
We don't need to recheck that.
As long as you don't need to check for swap like wait one tick or something, then you definitely have a code.
Yeah, they did the check here. Slot 106. And then immediately placing slot 106 minus 106 with a... Oh, yeah, he actually checks that it is a cod bucket here as well.
What are you looking at?
So in check projectile, which is run from the
Yep.
function, he checks that he runs the cod function if they have a cod bucket, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's
So we probably
he's doing
don't
the
need
he's
this
doing the MBT check again in the replace item on line 7 of cod.
Yes, I see that. So we're checking this already in here, and then we call shoot code. And this only execute. Yeah, we don't need this MBT check actually.
Yeah, that can be removed because I think it's fairly certain that that person will already have a cod bucket in
Should
that
I
slot.
should I do the commenting Sparks and you just delete
Yeah,
it? So you
that's
don't
fine. You
have
can do
to-
that. I'm assuming this is going to be the case in the rest as well.
Yeah, it's the same in salmon and not pumpkin though. Oh, that's not a fish. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking there. Yeah, pufferfish work
quickly
too.
check the firework, the torches, because there it is missing the creative check for using up the torch.
I suspect that's just because like it doesn't try to place the torch until after the arrow is hit,
Oh, that could be.
but I'm not certain.
Dennis said he included the
Oh,
check
interesting.
again
It
because
does-
he wasn't sure if it was the same. It was in the same tick, but it looks like it
It
is
is the same.
to me.
Wouldn't it have to be because it's just called from check
Yeah.
projectile?
Yeah, it would be. If they have a torch, run shoot torch. Tag the player with a CB torch tag. Tag.
Oh, interesting. It
closest
might not
arrow
even
into
clear
box.
a torch from their offhand. It could clear any torch.
He's doing.
Oh, because of the delay, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's just how the command is.
Special. Are you looking at shoot torch right now?
I'm looking at place torch, but I can go look at shoot torch.
He adds 2 tags.
Where's shoot torch?
Shoot torch.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
torch under. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was called shoot torch, and I'm like, what?
Ah, right. Lines 5 and 6, he adds 2 tags. Do you think it's better to add each tag with a separate line, or should he do an MBT merge instead to add the tags together with one merge?
Oh,
That's why we have
I
Mizzle in
don't-
chat.
yeah, that's more of a theoretical thing.
It's not a big deal. Both of them will work. I don't know whether
Can
adding
you
two
merge?
tags.
Can we merge into them like that now? We can, can't we?
We would overwrite any other tags that the arrow had, but considering it should be a new arrow, that wouldn't.
Well,
be an
we can
issue.
append to a list now, can't we?
I guess we can. Yeah.
Or is that a 115th? That I
It is
forget.
a thing. We can do it, but
I forget when all these things get added.
Yeah. Not a big deal. It would work this way too. I don't know if one of them is, and it happens rarely, so it's not a huge efficiency issue if one is better than the other, I guess.
Do you guys know if there's a way to uncompress the zip file in FileZilla? Or if you have to download it, unzip it, and then re-upload it?
Oh, you mean to like extract on the server side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a server.
The server web interface does it, but there's no FTP command for it.
Yeah, I think that's not something that FTP can do, if that makes sense. It's more like the web server thing runs a script to unzip.
Huh. Well, I can do it from there. That works too.
I mean, there might be a way to do it, but that's how I understood it.
Okay, I'm commenting on all the double inventory. That's what I do.
Okay. Check projectile. Okay, so the fish will get fired. How does it... Hang on. Shoot cod.
It's still such a ridiculous sentence.
Shoot cod.
Oh, imagine you could give these to ammo stands and make like cod turrets.
Cod turret. Oh my god.
Power them using redstone. And once you have like an intruder in your house, you make all your cod turrets shoot cod at the intruder.
Wait, how do you make an armor stand fire a crossbow?
It's not possible. It would have to be a module.
Right. Okay. Shoot arrow motion. So we copy the motion property of the arrow, kill the arrow. Yeah, then we kill the arrow, which transfers the motion. That makes sense. Give player back the arrow. It is needed to use the crossbow. So I'm guessing this wouldn't work if you only had tipped arrows in your inventory. It would just fire a tipped arrow. But I think that's okay, because you probably wouldn't want a tipped arrow to be consumed and fire something else instead.
I think it should prefer a tipped arrow.
Yeah. Usually you fire tipped arrows.
Yeah.
Tipped arrows only have preference if they're either in your offhand or there's no other arrows in your inventory.
I really dislike that you have to have an arrow on you to use this, but the thing is, you can't do anything about it. Like, there's no way to artificially make the player load the crossbow.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It'd be nice if you could literally load it with a fish.
Yeah, because the thing is, it might be super confusing to players when you have to have an arrow on you. Like,
even though it doesn't consume the arrow, yeah. I thought I saw some modules that did some stuff like it let you load the crossbow multiple times and it would count how many arrows you loaded into it, and then it would quick fire all of them out. Was that a data pack somebody did, or is that a... I don't know how they did that, whether they stored how many...
Loading multiple arrows is easy.
Okay. I guess you just unload it, but give it a tag.
You just give the player a score that counts up, and then you can artificially load it. But the thing is, the player doesn't cue that loading animation if he doesn't have an arrow item on them.
Right, yeah.
So loading multiple arrows is easy because they will always have an arrow item on their way to load, but it won't work with cod.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Dennis says, I still want to add when using a tipped spectral arrow and a fish, it gives the effect to the fish, or gives the fish an area effect cloud, so the first player it hits will get that effect. That'll be kind of fun.
So, Dennis, you made a list of all blocks that a torch can be placed on. Are you sure that the list is complete?
Is there not already a block tag that covers that?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Mojang is pretty minimalist when it comes to block tags.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Also, Dennis, you can reference block tags within block tags, so you could have just done hashtag Minecraft color concrete for all the concrete. Though I would have suggested listing the blocks that a pot can't be placed on.
That might be less blocks. Probably is less blocks. Okay, so replace torch. It checks if the entity is an arrow with the torch tag that's in the ground.
Oh, I can't shoot redstone torches.
It looks like it prefers to place. What happens? I want to test something based on this code. What happens if I shoot a torch? Here. I think it's going to place it on one of the faces, but it might pop off and leave several torches. No. Okay. Actually, that's kind of cool with the multi-shot effect. You can fire arrows and a fish.
Huh.
The person in the middle gets a fish to the face, and the people to either side of him get an arrow to the knee. Okay, that's cool. So, I guess... Oh, because the set block doesn't have a destroy command, so it will... I would almost swap this so that line 5... Could you make a note of this, Blue, in your comments?
Yes.
Functions place torch.
Can you place torch as function?
Yeah. I think that if you put line 5, which is checking for a placeable block on the underneath the torch, if you put that last, like after line 9, so that if the torch is in a corner, it will place itself. I feel like if I shot at the base of a wall, I'd like it to be upright instead of against the wall. Do you disagree?
I agree, yeah.
Yeah, I would personally say that it makes more sense for a torch to default to ground than to default to south. Sorry?
Alright, I see. So you want the top thing on the bottom. I can do that.
Yeah. Again, it's really not a big deal. It's just a small thing, which I think might be a little bit neater. Fish to the face arrow.
I could have sworn I remember Minecraft's debug being way more useful than what it is. I thought it said like percentages of stuff, but I guess not.
Oscar.
Cool. Oh, it is. It does set percentages.
Oscar can't figure out what the module does. It fires fish. I mean, what more do you need to know? Look, it fires fish.
I can demonstrate this. Let me switch to survival. Let's go. Watch Sparks torture me with like a puff first. Sparks ready? Devil fish.
The arrows go to either side of you. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna be shot. Oh, it's an arrow. It's a fish.
And it's just a fish. Can you do puff fish?
Oh yeah. Hang on.
It's just more like, it's more dramatic.
Yeah, I can poison you with a pufferfish. Oops. Here we go.
Oops.
Oh, it didn't poison you.
Yeah, it took too long to... They need to proof up before they can hit me, so you need to hit the ground before in front of me.
Oh yeah. I love how they bounce. They hang on, how much is that just because they're flopping and they look like they bounce, or do they actually bounce?
I think it's just because... Ouch.
I think it just maybe looks like it, but it does feel like they bounce, and it's amazing.
Good thing about pufferfish is that they proof up like this, so they look like little gummy ball, rubber balls like this.
Yeah, they do. I'm sorry, this is like the best thing I think I have seen all week. Oh my god, look at the pufferfish. Watch this, look, the one I shoot at the wall up here. So it's like, boing. Oh my god, I'm so happy about this.
Sparks, if you do this again and I go to survival down here when it's down, it should probably poison me.
Yeah, okay.
Shoot at the wall again.
Hang on. Can you stand a little to your right?
Yep. There you go. That's an anvil. Nope. Didn't hit me. Yep, it got me.
Special's trying to fire anvils at you. Which is actually also just
the issue with anvils is that they clip to the grid.
They do clip to the grid, and they're also invisible until they land. Until they hit something.
I had to comment out the thing. I had to uncomment out the thing.
Yeah, if you could see them flying, that would be amazing. But, like this.
You have to give them a time, I think. Then you can see them flying.
Ah, okay. So it's just the
time
tag they're missing.
Yeah. Special, give yourself 64 anvils, please.
Working on it. I want to see if I can give them a time first. They have a negative time.
Tess asks whether it plays well with arrows with NBT, like compressed arrows. I would say that you can fire a compressed arrow like a normal arrow, and that's just Minecraft. So I would imagine that it works with it would consume a compressed arrow, you're right.
I got 64 anvils.
Blue, what are you doing?
Trying to have an anvil fight for Special. Wanna join? Switch to survival and give yourself 64 anvils.
I am aware that we have about 10 minutes left before we have to finish the stream.
So the reason it goes invisible is because the only way to apply the motion is to modify it after summoning it, and the only way you can get the motion to properly send to the client is by applying it as you summon it. So that's why it's invisible. And it actually, you can see it at your own position because it summons it at the player's feet and then gives it the motion of the arrow.
So the only way we'd be able to do this is if we could turn one entity into another.
Yeah, or somehow resend the packet.
Or store the motion tags in a scoreboard and summon the entity with the NBT. Oh no, you can't do that. Yeah, that's true. It's the bloody client thing again. Projectiles suck.
Oh, we tried to do like tridents once, but I shot you. Oh no, it's a pufferfish.
Oh my god, this is so fun. I'm sorry. I know they're not very useful, but flying fish. It's flying fish.
Oh, you nearly got me there.
They have so much velocity, if you fire them into the water, they just bounce out. Sometimes. Flying back grenades. Oh my god, Oscar, that's an awesome idea.
Oh.
Launch
back grenades are already flying, that's why they're terrifying.
Ouch. That's a pufferfish.
I don't know how you would, like, get a bat into the crossbow.
Mine just keeps breaking upon impact.
It's really hard to hit people with the anvils.
Yeah, if there was a way of
yeah, you can't really see where they're going.
You know what we need to do? I have no idea if you can get this into the pixel art, but you need like a custom skull which looks like a bat has been like forced into a tiny little glass cube.
What?
Like, oh, no, like full
so you're just like shooting it in a little glass bottle.
Face pressed against the glass, one cheek kind of like swallowing a good stick.
Bat grenade.
Yeah, like a bat stuffed into a glass container, and then you can like capture them, and then those can be fired with crossbow arrows, and they explode on impact. Oh my god!
Sometimes these anvils appear in weird places.
Yeah, they do. This is one of the best modules I've seen in a long time.
I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Alright, so we're having a bit of a shorter stream today because we're all not feeling that well.
And Special has to go.
It's fall.
Yeah.
It's cold time. So I think we might wrap this up here. Finish our review another time.
Yeah, we've checked a few of the files and given some feedback. And
of
in
course.
general, I just think that like the first step of just going, yes, this is a nice module, has been covered.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for sticking around. We hope that you've enjoyed it. A bit of a different stream today, and less development stuff, more of a review stream. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yep, bye guys. Oh yeah, it's my job to end the
Yeah.
stream, isn't it? I'll go do that now. One day I'll animate.
Or you could just keep going forever.
One day I will animate and code an outro thing as well. I don't know what we'll do with it, but it could be a thing.
Put it at the end of the stream, I predict.
It will just be a little Sparks figure that does finger guns and slowly moves backwards out of the image.